KCW.
Let's flash back to the top performances of the 2019 season. Thornton quarterback Kobe Gaudette, 5 TD passes, 4 to Peyton Jones, and a win over the Oxford Hills Vikings. Jared Flaker doing it all, a rushing, receiving, and 2 punt return scores at Bangor. Wyatt Hathaway, 4 TD passes, 3 to Cole Morin, and Levitt's win over York in the C South title game. Holden Brennan lighting it up for over 300 yards and 7 touchdowns in the 8-man championship game against Old Orchard. And Justin Bryant capped his Fitzpatrick Trophy winning season with a 5-touchdown, 200-yard performance in Marshwood's state title game win.
Welcome back, and this will be the 8th season of Class D football in the Millennium, and it will be the smallest the division has ever been. Class D only has 9 teams statewide. With the explosion of schools entering 8-man football in Maine, there are questions about the future of 11-man football for the smaller schools that still want to play 11-man football. Perhaps no better illustration of this than the 2 storied rivals, Lisbon and Winthrop.
Lisbon and Winthrop have played one another in every season since 1951, except for one. The proud programs are still 2 of the smallest in the state playing 11-man.
4 years ago, I think we had 3 teams that are in this league, in our league, and now it's a whole new world.
When the MPA moved from 3 classes to 4 classes for football in 2013, there were 20 Class D teams. Less than a decade later, there were just 9 in Class D.
We have some rivalries with some teams that we've been playing for years. Your Oak Hills and your Winthrops, and I want to keep those games alive. And I think eventually, if teams keep going 8-man football, that we might go back to 3-class structure that we had years ago.
I think eventually it may go to just Class C and just have 3 classes. We're prepared for that. We'd rather do that than play 8-man.
The unfortunate byproduct of a shrinking Class D has been the loss of age-old rivalries. So protecting the ones that exist is paramount.
We still have Lisbon, and Oak Hill. That'll be fun to still have a rivalry. But we'll probably have some new rivalries in the next 3 to 4 years. Hopefully, conference doesn't change every year.
All right, Lisbon is the defending Class D champ. The Greyhounds overpowered Bucksport in the 2019 final to win their first title since 2006. Teams play again this regular season, but neither will have a chance to defend their regional title because Class D will not have a regional champ. There is just, of course, that one division. So, who ends up in that championship, in that Final Four? Michael Hoffer rejoins us now, and there's one team that people are talking about in this Class D, it seems like, Michael.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've got Lisbon, of course, that everyone's talking about. And then Bucksport has 3 runners back who combined to gain over 2,000 yards on that state championship team, finalist team a couple years ago. Another team to keep an eye on, I think, is Freeport. They've had a really interesting journey here the last few years. They won the Developmental League title in 2018. Then in 2019, they upset Cape in a wild overtime game and got to the semifinals in Class C South. Now they're in Class D. The Casal twins, Danny and Tony, and they're identical twins, so the defense probably won't know who to tackle. They're the guys that are going to be handling the ball the most for the Falcons this year, and Paul St. Pierre's done a great job with that program. I think they'll be in the mix too.
All right, Winthrop with 12 seniors, they're always there. Lisbon starting a sophomore quarterback, Jimmy Fitzsimmons, and Nick Blair, a pretty powerful runner for Lisbon. They'll be in it. Of course, Lisbon, Foxcroft, Bucksport, Winthrop to start the season, maybe 4 of the top 2 seasons. All right. Colin McCaffrey knew his cousin Christian was a big deal when he played at Stanford. I'm skipping ahead a little bit. Good role models, that is, can be hard to come by. But a freshman at Brunswick High School doesn't have to leave his family tree to come up with a great one. Because Colin McCaffrey, the freshman at Brunswick, his cousin is NFL superstar Christian McCaffrey.
Colin McCaffrey knew his cousin Christian was a big deal when he played at Stanford, but it wasn't until his breakout second season in the NFL that it really hit Colin.
6th grade was like when I first realized, holy, my cousin's in the NFL, and it's like a superstar athlete, so it is what it is, and we get to see him when we can, and it's awesome to see him and be related to him, but I'm up here in Maine, so...
A freshman running back and defensive back, Colin comes from an all-time athletic family. His uncle Ed McCaffrey won 3 Super Bowls as a receiver for the Broncos and 49ers. His cousin Max played in the NFL, his cousin Luke is a quarterback at Rice, his cousin Dylan's a quarterback at Northern Colorado, and his cousin Christian's the highest paid running back in the NFL.
Christian's one of my biggest role models because we play the same position, So like watching them when I grew up, I'm like, I always want to be like Christian or Luke.
It's not only nice for Colin to lean on Christian, but his family can seek his advice as well.
I'll end up texting Christian and say, hey man, Colin's yelling at his lineman again. Do you think you can give him a call? And, and 2 days later, Colin will come up to me and say, yeah, I really think my line's trying real hard.
While his family's demanding sports schedule might mean they don't see each other often, Colin and his brothers catch up with their cousins on social media and playing video games.
I know a couple times I've gone in late at night and I'm like, guys, you got to go to bed. Like, enough with the games, no more games. But we're playing with Christian and Max. I'm like, all right, one more hour.
Throughout his young career, Colin has enjoyed getting feedback from his superstar cousin.
He was known for the Wildcat at Stanford where he would run quarterback, and in my Bayful days, we had that play, and I had one where I snapped the ball and I ran in for a touchdown, and we shared that with him, and he was like, that's awesome, which was fun because he saw it and was commented on it.
Looking forward to following Colin's career at Brunswick. Meanwhile, Marshwood's the defending B champ as they beat Brunswick in the 2019 final. It's the 5th time in the last 6 seasons that Alex Rotzko has led the Hawks to a state championship appearance, and they have been rolling. That's 3 in a row for the Hawks heading into the season. And the Hawks' strength this year to start the season is going to be their skills guys. They got some great skills guys back, including Aiden Sullivan and Cam Cornett, and a ton of sophomores that they're hoping to build with. Brunswick, on the other hand, 16 seniors. They're loaded with experience, including Dan Cooper, the coach's sons, Dalton and Weston. We bring Michael Hoffer back in to talk Class B. And Michael, this one has been Marshwood's game. Everybody chasing them down.
Right, and I think one of the themes this year is we don't know much because we missed a season, so I think you always have to start by assuming that the traditional powers are going to be strong again, and I don't think you can go wrong thinking that about Marshwood. I think Kennebunk's supposed to be very good. We're seeing live tonight what Portland looks like, and that's a team that a couple years ago as sophomores took a lot of lumps in a 1-7 season, but they knew they were going to be very good as seniors. You see Grant Crosby's arm in that highlight earlier. I think Portland's going to be strong. South Portland had a great year 2 years ago when Aaron Filio returned as coach. They really had a breakthrough season, and though they graduated a lot and they don't have a lot of veterans, I look for them to be right there. In the north, I think an interesting team is Falmouth Greeley. That co-op team was very successful 2 years ago, bringing those two schools together, the longtime rivals. They've done very well together, and I think they're going to be one of the top teams in the north.
All right, Wyndham also 0-8
Yes.
a couple years ago, 4-4 the next year. They've been progressing. They got a good group that is coachable, according to Matt Perkins. Look out for them. Noble was 17 seniors on that squad. Coney, James Presti, one of the best arms in the state. All right, for the best high school football coverage that you're going to find, join us Friday nights at 11 on WMTW for Blitz 8. All the storylines and key plays, Blitz 8. Check it out starting tomorrow night. The big game in Kennebunk tonight, Kennebunk in Portland. They're at halftime, coming back out to start the second half. We'll be back in a moment with more Blitz 8 preview show.